Hi, I'm Emma Liddell. I joined a group called Udny Climate Action about 6 months ago, and we decided that it would be a good idea to go and collect some tree seed locally and grow them on for planting in local projects. We hired a local tree expert to take us to Haddow Estate and show us the mature trees that were growing seed at that time, and he showed us how to collect them and gave us a little bit of information about how we should plant them, and we ended up with these ones that you can see here. And it was a real learning process, learning how seeds develop and what you have to do with them to make them grow the best they can. I mean, I didn't know, for example, there were two different types of oak tree, and he showed us how to tell the difference between the two. One of them grows quite tall and straight, and the other one sort of is a little bit more lower and sort of more spread out. During the winter you have to put them in sort of quite gravelly soil to allow them to what's called stratify, and the seeds need to be cold over the winter, and then they germinate usually in the spring. But the oak trees actually send down a root during the winter, and then they start shooting in the spring. So these are the oak trees here. This is a common oak, and then we've got crabapple, silver birch, rowan, a nice tree called a wild service tree. We've got an elder and a hazel. We've got some field maples as well, and some Scots pines. Some of the seeds take longer than one winter to stratify, so the rest are just being saved in pots until hopefully next spring they might start growing. I mean, I think planting trees is a really easy thing to do. Just go out in the autumn and find what you think looks like a seed and put it in the soil and see what happens. I mean, it's great fun, and it'd be brilliant to do with your kids. And what a legacy. You could end up planting a tree that might last a couple of 100 years and support all the wildlife and everything that goes along with it. People can get involved by looking out on Facebook for our posts, usually through the UCA, for our tree seed collections in the autumn, and the schools can get involved by planting the seeds and potting on the little seedlings. And then there'll be projects where we're actually planting the trees out into their final planting places as well. So they hopefully will be getting people involved at all of these different stages.
I'm Kate Pangborn. Our group name is Action for Climate and Environment Newborough. We had lots of Zoom meetings during lockdown, as I'm sure lots of people did. Out of which all of our ideas came to the surface, and as part of that we wanted to be doing something practical that the community in the village could see and join in, and that's where the tree planting came from. Well, this site is just one sort of visible output from what we've been doing, and we have future plans as well. We are about to launch a slightly bigger community consultation. We're only a small group. There's a limit to how much we can do it all at one time. So we need the community's help to tell us what they would like us to focus on, and so where we can have the biggest impact in the short term.
We've got 300 trees here ready for the Banchory Wee Forest project. So the idea is we'll get these trees, and hopefully this autumn 22, we'll plant them in the Belfield Park, and we're going to get probably maybe a couple of hundred more, so we'll have 500 trees. We'll need lots of people to come and help to plant the trees, and so we get people involved planting the trees, and we'll need to fence them in so that they're safe from deer and whatever else might be roaming around the park.
Hi, I'm Richard Oren. I'm one of the members of Deeside Climate Action Network, and here is our area where our Wee Forest will be growing. An agreed location for it after discussion with other stakeholders, including the Banchory Show, the Flyball Club and others who use this part of the park. This is the bit of the area which is the least useful to others but really useful for us. It will be a kidney-shaped area of trees with a seat in the focus looking south, and these trees will grow quickly and capture carbon will provide a very biodiverse habitat for insects, bird life, etc. It will take us a few years to make it look like a forest, but we want to get started, and now we have an agreed location. We're just waiting for the wheels to turn in the council to get us the legal permission to plant in the autumn. We're excited to get it going.